Gotta keep that zeal. Gotta keep that zeal for real. Gotta keep that zeal. That's right. Gotta keep that zeal. Gotta keep that zeal. Gotta keep that zeal for real. Gotta keep that zeal. That's right. Gotta keep that zeal. Gotta keep that zeal. Gotta keep that zeal for real. Gotta keep that zeal. Gotta keep that zeal. Gotta keep that zeal. Gotta keep that zeal for real. Gotta keep that zeal. My brothers, they ain't no fraud. Authority, we stay in charge. The scriptures on one accord. Okay, run a boulevard, and you just a buster. Close to the army of the Lord. We the host. We everywhere from coast to coast. We up to more holy post. Gotta keep that zeal to the end. Till y'all shall come at a moment you before. You can't serve two masters. You gonna have to lose your life and let it go. From city to city, state to state, we travel doing the work of the Lord. Brother, your brother is wrong. Suffering to me it ain't hard. Spirit is in me. That's the comforter given to all of the disciples. Me and Officer High in the gun range. We don't follow the rifles. Protect my nation. There ain't no thing to make my life for my friends. Ain't worried about the bands to make a lot of ends. The home of the truth ain't no pretend. America is a wicked empire. That's no lie. I prophesy judgment on this nation until I die. Wake up morning, noon, and night, serving the God of Israel. Keeping the seal of the Lord, my oath I must fulfill. Gotta keep that seal. Gotta keep that seal. Gotta keep that seal for real. Gotta keep that seal. Gotta keep that seal. Don't stop. Gotta keep that seal. Won't stop. Gotta keep that seal for real. Gotta keep that seal. That's right. Gotta keep that seal. Gotta keep that seal. Gotta keep that seal for real. Gotta keep that seal. Gotta keep that seal. Gotta keep that seal. Gotta keep that seal for real. Gotta keep that seal. As I look at my filters, watch me blow this fire. I stay fresh from my push, lacing this one with attire. Come and ask me about my vengeance. I know you see him swinging, don't be hating on the way you see these lines, don't be changing and explaining how the Christian church is misleading our people. Above all nations, but they'll tell you that we equal. Ain't that shit evil, my zeal lit, ain't no stopping it. And all my brothers shooters like Stoyakovich, you poppin' shit will fall on you. We ain't gon' hesitate, me and I'm one dollar. You talking about some heavyweights, we here to set the record straight and speak this knowledge. Cause I ain't sharp nine, that's why my sword stay polished. Abolish all this faggotry, it's such a tragedy. Just follow the Lord's laws or you'll become a casualty. No fallacy, these prophecies will be revealed. I'm one rest of them identity, I gotta keep that zeal. Gotta keep that seal. Gotta keep that seal. Gotta keep that seal for real. Gotta keep that seal. Gotta keep that seal. Don't stop. Gotta keep that seal. Gotta keep that seal for real. Gotta keep that seal. Gotta keep that seal. Gotta keep that seal. Gotta keep that seal for real. Gotta keep that seal. Gotta keep that seal. Gotta keep that seal. Gotta keep that seal for real. Gotta keep that seal. Gotta keep that seal. Gotta keep that seal. Gotta keep that seal for real. Gotta keep that seal. Gotta keep that seal. Gotta keep that seal. Gotta keep that seal for real. Gotta keep that seal. Gotta keep that seal. Gotta keep that seal. Gotta keep that seal for real. Gotta keep that seal. Gotta keep that seal. Gotta keep that seal. Gotta keep that seal for real. Gotta keep that seal. That's right.
Whose possesses slavery possesses the people that own us. Murder us. That's what it means to slay somebody. It means to kill them without empathy, man, or consideration. To slay us. Go ahead. And hold themselves. Not guilty. And hold themselves not guilty like this piece of garbage right
What's the agenda? You niggas cowards and pretenders. White flag to the white man, you surrender. Just you know, get niggas blood and hang with sinners. Shit disgusting and think it's cool to switch genders. Babylon is falling, and one race is prevalent. Bruce Lake's warbands on, we in our element. After they killing out the evidence. Coward murderers, I pray the Lord send the pestilence and cause panic. Wreak havoc and cause damage. Coronavirus shook up the earth, now watch them all panic. Fighting through these curses that we live in. Prepare slaughter, complete the order when it's given. These crackers crumble, we humble their activity. For it is written that they should go into captivity. Rebels must pay for their war crimes. Say your promise, go and get a sword when it's wartime. Lace your boots when it's wartime. Go and get a sword when it's wartime. Cut your loins when it's wartime. I don't want a car when it's wartime. Lace your boots when it's wartime. Go and get a sword when it's wartime. Curse your loins when it's wartime. I don't run calm when it's wartime.
Your music stopped by a gun. They'll call a gun to come and kill you over your music. That's the world that you live in, man.
Con, I don't want con when it's wartime. Can't be lukewarm, gotta make up your mind. If you ain't heard nothing, you better hit this rhyme. When it go down, you gon' have to be with your kind. Ain't no laughing, ain't no joking on the battlefield. If you don't follow the order, you can get us all killed. Ain't no thing to grab the block and burst and squeeze mine. You gon' learn to do it, not the second, but the first time. 223, 308, AR-15 rifle. Warring with the dragon like I'm the Archangel Michael. I got hand grenades, I pull the pin and throw it at you quicker. I can say a prayer and send them evil curses, now you sick. If we do what the Lord tell us to do, Babylon will fall. I'm gon' do what Saul didn't do, and I'm gon' kill them all. It's time to kill, not heal, it's time to break them down. Know who you are. Ain't no time to love, it's time to hate. It's time for war. Lace your boots when it's wartime. Go and get a sword when it's wartime. Cut your loins when it's wartime. I don't want con when it's wartime. Lace your boots when it's wartime. Go and get a sword when it's wartime. Cut your loins when it's wartime. I don't want con when it's wartime. Lace your boots when it's wartime. Go and get a sword when it's wartime. Cut your loins when it's wartime. I don't want to come when it's wartime. Lace your boots when it's wartime. Go and get a sword when it's wartime. Cut your loins when it's wartime. I don't want to come when it's wartime.
Even though you in the ghetto, even though you poor, even though you suffering, even though you ain't had a good education, even though you got the weight of the most powerful empire in the world on your neck, God is going to come and stop every bit of it. He's going to shut it down.
All right, with that, y'all clap it up. Hey, Shalom. This is Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge. Started out of 1 West and 125th Street out of Harlem, New York, under Commanding General YAHANNA. This is Precinct Officer YAHANNA, and this is the I.S.U.P.K Houston Wednesday Law Class. As usual, y'all already know how I do things. I like to open up the floor with questions. So if you have any questions, you go ahead and raise your hand. If you could, Officer Ram, if you could just monitor online, let me know if there's any questions. All right, I ain't gonna do the time's sake. I ain't gonna take too long on questions. But do we have any questions in the room? Anything? I mean, it could be, I'm gonna tell you. I say this every class, but having questions is how you learn. Asking questions. I don't know if anybody. So who all in here deal with like young kids, right? Whether it's their kids or somebody they know, nephews, nieces, and nephews. Okay, wrong. So like how kids do any of them like ask a lot of questions? Every time you turn around, you could be walking to the store or something, and they just gonna ask you, why is that car blue? Or what is that? So what is the noise? Why does it sound like that? Why do the wheels turn like that? You know what I mean? They're asking questions because they want to know, and that's how they learn. You know what they say about a kid that asks a lot of questions? Those be the smart. Those turn out to be the smartest ones. You understand? Like they start off just asking a million questions, and sometimes they get on your nerves. Sometimes you be like, man, let's go sit down, shut up somewhere. You know what I mean? But they turn out to usually be the smartest kids because they're inquisitive. And being inquisitive is a good thing. Christianity, of course, will have you believe that asking questions or asking too many questions, damn near sin. You know what I'm saying? Christianity will have you believing it's damn near sin. You be scared to raise your hand. You can't raise your hand in church. Only time you can raise your hand in church is if you got the Holy Ghost. You can't raise your hand for a question. And ain't no such thing as the Holy Ghost. Like, the Holy Ghost running around doing a little song that, they ain't no, that's not no damn, that's all a show. You understand? So if there's no questions in the room, nobody, so everybody know the Bible? We all know. Go ahead.
Lucky, if I may, sir.
Mm-hmm.
The other day, I learned about the prophet Elijah
mm-hmm.
and how he cursed some kids for making fun of him.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought too much,
Mm-hmm.
sir. I mean, I'm not sure.
No, hey, no, that's a great question. Hold on, give me 1 second. Get 2 Kings. You get it. Go ahead, get 2 Kings 2 and 23. This is the scripture that you're talking about. Hold on 1 second before you read it. 2 verse 23. Okay. So now, let me ask you this. The God that you serve, is he, I'm trying to, I like to ask my questions in a way where it's like, I want to give you the answer. What do we know about the Most High Power that we serve? What do you know about? Yeah.
He's loving, sir. Stern.
He is loving. He definitely loves his children. Stern. He is very stern. What else? If you can't think of nothing else, it's 12. Anybody else can give me some? Go ahead, Ron.
He's a man of war, sir.
He's a man of war. You understand? And let me ask you this. What is a man of war? We were just talking about Game of Thrones last week, right? How does a man of war have to be? I'm asking you. Mm-hmm.
Strong, sir.
You gotta be strong. Did you was here last week, right? Well, the past couple of weeks, right? Well, I was teaching about how men's supposed to be, right? Or you was watching online at least. In any one of those classes, did it seem like I was telling the men to be soft? Everything about your presence has to be now, okay. Other than when you are with your wife, or sometimes your kids, depending on how good they be, you don't, like in the comfort of your own home, right? And everything is running smooth. Your wife is doing what she's supposed to do. The kids are obeying you. You don't have to be as stern. You can be more relaxed. You can be more, this is your family. So you're spending time with the family. Your dad. You're doing your thing. Or when you're with your wife and you are, doing your due diligence. You're not being mean while you're doing that, right? You're not being evil, not evil, but you're not being like stern or austere while you're doing your due diligence, unless she like it. That ain't my business. Whatever goes in the bedroom is undefiled. You know what I mean? But you are not like that with your wife or whatever. So there's a season for everything. That's what the scripture says. You understand what I'm saying? But in totality, in overall who you are as a person, you can't be weak. You can't be soft. You can't be feminine. And you have to be firm, right? So we know the Most High he's loving. He is loving. He's also merciful. That's one thing I didn't hear. He's merciful. He's a man of war. And with that comes austereness, overprotective or protective, strong warrior. You understand what I'm saying? So we know that about the Most High. That's just us knowing how a soldier's supposed to be. He's a man of war. So now think about that to the max, because that's the God we serve. I need a precept. Find me I wound and I heal. You hold what you got. Somebody give me I am he and I wound and I heal the war if you could. I kill and I make alive. Give me that. Okay, so now you asking, so now what exactly is the question?
Could it have been a little bit too much to curse those kids?
Right. So now let's get to scripture. You got 2 Kings chapter 2, verse 23?
Sir.
Okay, go ahead.
This is the book of 2 Kings, chapter 2, verse 23. And he went up from thence unto Bethel. And as he was going up by the way, there came forth little children out of the city and mocked him.
And did what?
Mocked him.
Okay, so now, mock, what does that mean?
To make fun.
No, you can answer it because this is his question.
To make fun of.
Make fun of him, right? To mock him. So it's no different from you out there at camp with us. You holding posts, somebody come up to you, you know what I'm saying? And you know that we all know, I ain't, just put it out there, but we know there's a certain, issue that, what I'm saying, people may see you and they may feel like, wanna, oh, look at him, what the hell he doing out here? Like, you know what I'm saying? And they just mock you. How would that make you feel? Let's say you a young man now, but let's say you was a priest already. You know what I'm saying? You a priest, you earned your spot in this truth, you put in your work, you understand what I'm saying? Hard work. You know, and you are not to be looked at no different from us, like any other priest that go out here and put in work. You know what I'm saying? But somebody come to you and say, man, what the hell are you doing out here? You shouldn't be out here, man. Go sit down somewhere. Go. Like, how would that make you feel?
Angry, sir.
It would make you feel vexed, or it would make you feel like, dang, man, what? Like, are you serious? Like, what's going? You know what I mean? Because you didn't put in the hard work just like I did. Me and you may not have the same condition. I got high blood pressure, diabetes, all of that, right? But guess what? I'm no different than I'm still out there warring with my brothers. So don't look at me as a weakness, you know what I'm saying? Because you definitely will get fell on. But you know what I'm saying? That's besides the point, right? But somebody coming up there mocking you is gonna make you feel like, damn, like, you know what I mean? Especially kids or not, it don't matter. You earned your spot as a priest and prophet of the Lord. You understand what I'm saying? You put in all this hard work just to be mocked. You see what I'm saying? Now, this is a testament of how the Lord feel about his children. This is a testament of how the Lord feel about his priests. And we were just talking about that earlier before class. It's like you, like being a young man, you in this truth, you sitting in this classroom, if you have a slavery, you are the greatest man at that slavery. You understand? You may not be a priest yet, but you are the best, you're the greatest man at that slavery. Why? Because you have the truth. You are coming to this class, you learning, you understand, they wicked. You didn't put down the cigarettes, you didn't put down the pork, you didn't put down the Christianity. You understand? You are the greatest man. Wherever you walk, whatever room you walk in, unless you with your brothers, if you with your brothers, we are the greatest. Anywhere you step. You understand what I'm saying? Right? So guess what? You earned that spot. Elijah was a prophet. I mean, keep reading.
Kind on the one kind.
Or Elisha. Keep reading.
And said unto him, go up, thou bald head.
Mm-hmm.
Go up, thou bald head.
Now, hey, brothers, that's one thing about brothers, you know what I'm saying? You know how we got our hair, we like to, we try to keep it as long as we can. Why? It's some brothers that be bald, damn near bald, but you do not see them cut their hair completely off. They do not go all the way bald. Why? They be trying to hold on to them little strands. Because, hey, I don't want to be old. You know what I mean? It's a symbol of like, hey man, I know I'm getting there. I'm trying to hold on to it as long as I'm gonna even brush it. You understand? I'm gonna brush that one little hair until it's gone, right? So, and also, that in our culture, we don't shave our heads bald. You understand what I'm saying? So it's really like it was a horrible thing for them kids to say to, listen, because it's like, dang, you really kind of calling him. It's almost like how can I put it? It's like you making fun of him, but in the worst way. In that situation, I know it may not seem like it to us while we reading it, but you got to think about the times at that time and what they were saying and how it definitely go against our culture. You see what I'm saying? So now, that's just like calling a woman with long hair a whore just because she got long hair, and that's her glory in our culture. Go ahead.
I want Slocky, if I may, sir.
Uh-huh.
Was it more like back then? It was a little bit different than now, like because it was I can't explain it, but
no, take your time, man. Whatever you gotta,
Slocky, if like the norms were there, it was like those children were out of line for disrespect to the elders, like because it was back then.
I wouldn't say that, because the scriptures say no new thing under the sun, right? So, I mean, yeah, things were a little bit more strict then because they didn't have Christ. So you got to look at it from that perspective. When Christ came, Christ brought the spirit of brotherhood and the spirit of mercy, meaning now we understand the Lord's mercy through Christ. At one point, we really didn't understand it because we didn't have nobody to be that epitome of that. You see what I'm saying? So it's like Christ showed us the Lord's mercy on us, or for us. So now, okay, Christ did that. You know what? I can have mercy on my brothers. I can have mercy on this person. You understand? That's why we don't walk around beating up Edomites. Because we understand not only is it unlawful, but we know, okay, you know what I'm saying? We'll let the Lord deal with that. We'll have mercy. We ain't gonna, like, you come yelling at, and also, like, let's say we at camp. Somebody come up there, all in your face, you holding your mouth. Of course, you're gonna say back up, but they in your, they not right there, but they right there, and they, man, you do. Are you gonna just fall on them just because he's talking, or he yelling and maybe spit flying out his mouth? You know what I'm saying? We might make them back up a little bit more. Social distance, you understand? Since the COVID is out here, you can't just be talking and spitting on me. But if you back up, then you can say whatever you want to say, however you want to say it. I'm gonna have mercy on that brother. Now in the world, you can't do that to me. You can't do that to my slave, my slave name, who I was then, because you definitely would have got stole off on. You understand what I'm saying? But in the truth, I learned to have mercy on my brothers through Christ. Now, this was before Christ. You understand? It wasn't like that. It wasn't no, oh, they little kids, you know what? I'm gonna let the Lord do it. I'm gonna let them make it. It was like, oh, you want to play with me? All right, watch this. You see what I'm saying? And again, it's more so about the things that they were saying. It's not that it was the times were different, but the same thing happens now. Go ahead. You had something wrong?
You know, like, you know, from my understanding of children, you know what I'm saying? Like even in the world now, like children mock what they don't understand, or what they or what is not the norm.
Right.
So, you know, then, you know, it was not normal for them to see a man, you know, with a bald head, because, you know, all their relatives or whatever had a full head of hair, which further solidifies our culture about our hair. You know what I'm saying? Like even when, you know, like in the world today, you know what I'm saying, when people see us with fringes and headbands and, you know, and crowns on our head,
Power Rangers.
You know, they start mocking us. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, this scripture is heavy, you know, about, you know what I'm saying, like when they don't understand stuff, they reject it in such a way that they mock it. You know what I'm saying, and don't understand.
And guess what? And what? Give him a hand. Like that was amazing what he said, because I mean, I couldn't have really said it no better, because at the same time, this scripture also is relevant today, because what do we do when people do that to us? They call us Power Rangers. They do all right. The Lord gonna deal with you. You hear me? I'm out here teaching you this truth, and you calling me a Power Ranger. No sweat. The Lord gonna deal with you. That is the same thing that Elisha did to those kids. Right. Now, it was up to the Most High to carry out the judgment, right? So nowadays, you think anything is different? Because the question was, well, what about the time? Was it different back then? It's no different. Because I'm telling you right now, if somebody was to, let's say I'm teaching somebody the truth, and they totally reject me, call me whatever they call me. All right, when the Lord punish you, the Lord deal with you, don't come crying back to the I.S.U.P.K. That's something that I would say, right? And guess what? Some things may happen. Anything, they might get in a car wreck that night. They might get, you know what I mean? They might lose their job and lose everything. So the judgment may be different, just depending on who the kids were. You don't know what those kids were doing the whole, like, you know what I'm saying? Like them kids, you do understand reincarnation do exist, right? So ain't no telling what them kids did in their past life or what. We don't, like, the way the Lord judges is different from how we think. We can't, somebody give me that too, if I could. Give me, I know I have a couple scriptures. Give me the first one, and then give me, I'm paraphrasing it where we can't think like the Most High. The Most High, our thoughts are different from his thoughts, or something like that. Y'all find that for me. And read the one that I had that I told you to get about the I kill and I make alive. We got to understand that the Lord is different from us. We are, you know, how can I put it? Like, we as humans, we want to be compassionate, you know what I'm saying? And we look at like, hey man, that was harsh, like what he did to them. But the Most High don't think like us. We don't think like the Most High. We thought if the Most High thought like us, then we all would be dead. Let's just keep it real, right? We'll be dead again. We'll be dead every time. We would wipe off the face of the earth every single time people start being disobedient. You know how I know? Because with my kids, I be wanting to strangle them. You understand? Like I be wanting, 1 minute they doing good, and I be like, oh, okay, y'all, I'm gonna reward y'all. And I mean, as soon as I reward them, 5 minutes later, they into something, doing something, I be ready to knock their head off. You understand? So if the Most High thought like us, we would all get our head knocked off every other generation. You understand, right? So it's good that the Most High don't think like us. So when he does, when his judgment does come down, we know that it's what? It's what? No, not personal. Is what you just said, Salak? I couldn't hear you first.
Just, sir.
I got you. What you just said again?
I thought you said often say mercy.
Oh, okay, yeah. No, not mercy, but get the mic. Say it in the mic, Evan. When the Lord brings his judgment down, we know it's what?
Just.
You gotta turn it on. I need everybody to hear that.
Just.
It's just. You understand what I'm saying? Because his judgment is just. So we, that's just like, we not always the best, in decision making as human, as Black, Hispanics, and Native American, as people. But the Most High's judgment is always going to be just. You understand? All right. So now we read that they said, "Go up thou bald head," like what Ron's saying is like it's really like it's like they're mocking him, and it's in the most horrible fashion because it's against our culture to be bald. So they see bald, they like, "Go up thou bald head, go up thou." It was a bad thing. You understand? Now read the scripture that I had you. Go ahead, read it.
See, now that I am
Read where you, Salagia. Let the people know where you at, like the chapter and verse.
Deuteronomy 32 and 39.
Okay.
See, now that I am he.
It says, "See, now that I am he." What is that saying? When you read that, go ahead, the way y'all.
Like if I may, sir, basically, I'm that nigga.
Right. I'm that nigga. Like, stop playing with me. You understand? Like, see, now that I am he. I am him. You know what I'm saying? That's what he's saying. Go ahead.
And there is no God with me.
There is no power with me, meaning you not on my level. Ain't nobody on my level. Get on my level. You understand? Ain't nobody arms are long enough to box with me. You understand? Go ahead.
I kill and I make alive.
I kill and I make alive, meaning I control everything. Like I kill and I make alive. You got diabetes, I did it. You got high blood pressure, I did it. You got AIDS, I did it. You got whatever, coronavirus, I did it. You understand? Now, you may survive. You may have cancer and now your cancer is gone. I did it. You may be cured from whatever you was cured from. Guess what? I did it. You may come into the truth. At one point, you was dead to the world. You may have came to class that day. I did it. You understand? That's what the Lord is saying. I kill and I make alive. And what does that also say about him? Let me see if y'all can get it. Nobody? Okay. Huh? Go ahead. Give it a shot. Say what? It's probably right. It's probably not the one I'm looking for, but it's probably right. Just say it in the mic for me.
So he controls.
He definitely controls everything. He's definitely in control. But what I was gonna say is so when he said I kill and I make alive, it lets you know that he's a terrible power. That's a very terrible power. One that has the power to kill and make alive. That's a terrible power that we serve. You understand? He's nothing to play with. He can kill you in the same breath, make you alive. You understand? You heard that parent that have you ever heard a parent or a grandparent ever say, "I brought you in the world, I could take you out"? Have you heard that saying before? "I brought you, I take you out." That's a terrible parent. Not terrible like in the sense like they're a bad parent, but that's a parent you fear. When they say that, you straighten up. You get the tripping. "I brought you, I could take you out." What? Hold on, wait a minute. I ain't trying to go out. I mean, you know what I'm saying? You did bring me here. I'm trying to stay here too. That's the God we serve. You understand? He said, "I kill and I make alive." Go ahead.
I wound and I heal.
I wound and I heal. You can get in a car wreck and be in ICU and then turn around and he get you right back. In 2 weeks, have you back up, and you know what I'm saying? You thought it was the end of the world for you, and you back up, and everybody, "Oh, it's a miracle." No, it's just the Most High. I wound and I heal. You understand what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Neither is there any that can deliver out my hand.
Oh no, we get I'm going through it. My fault. I'm going through it. I can get myself out of it. So read that part again.
Neither is there any that can deliver out my hand.
No, the Christian pastor can save me. He could put hands on me and say, whatever the hell they be saying. You understand? He put the hands on me, and guess what? I'm gonna be all new again.
Neither is there any that can deliver out my hand.
Nobody can save you from the Most High. When He wants you, He got you. You can't run. You can't hide. You understand? That is a terrible power. Right. So now, us knowing that, we know that about Him, what would make these kids immune to the Lord's wrath? I'm asking you, Evan. What would make these kids immune to the Lord's wrath? Knowing what we know about the Most High.
Nothing, sir?
Nothing. What's the other scripture I had y'all get? Who got it? You got it? Go ahead, read that for me.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 55, verse 8.
Mm-hmm.
For my thoughts are not your thoughts.
No, my thoughts are not your thoughts. You understand? Like, give me the scripture before that real quick.
Verse 7. Verse 7. Let the wicked forsake his way,
Mm-hmm.
and the unrighteous man his thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
And let him return unto the Lord, and He will have mercy upon him.
Mm-hmm.
And to our God, for He will abundantly pardon.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 8. For my thoughts are not your thoughts.
The Most High's thoughts are not the way we think. We may look at a situation and be like, was that really called for? But His thoughts are not your thoughts. Keep going.
Neither are your ways my ways.
Meaning, you see, you out here doing this stuff, that ain't my ways. That's not the way you're supposed to be doing things either, because then you would be doing things the way I want you to do. If these kids were doing things the way that the Most High wanted them to do it, they wouldn't even be mocking the priest. They wouldn't even be mocking the prophet. You understand what I'm saying? If their ways were how the Most High wanted things to be done. Now, in the kingdom, things are going to get done how the Most High want them to be done. Now, is there still going to be sin in the kingdom? Is there going to be sin in the kingdom? Yeah, it's still going to be sin in the kingdom. But guess what? Now you're not going to have that grace period that you once had before Christ comes. You ain't going to have that time to say, oh, I'm going to get, maybe if I confess on my mouth and believe in my heart. No, judgment is going to get carried out right then and there, just like it did with these kids. You understand? So guess what? Your thoughts are not like the Most High's. Neither are your ways like His ways. You understand? Keep going.
Saith the Lord.
Right? Said who?
The Lord.
Said who?
The Lord.
No, Isaiah said that.
The Lord.
The Lord said that. You understand? Your thoughts are not like His. Your ways are not like His. So that's why you don't understand. You see what I'm saying? It's not. There's nothing wrong with it. It's complete. There's nothing wrong with you not understanding why they got that judgment that they got, because your thoughts are not the way the Most High thinks. You understand?
All
right. So now, was it too harsh? That's not for me to. I don't. It was the Lord's judgment. I do know it was just. You understand? That's what we do know. We can't say if it was too harsh or not. We don't. Hey, my thoughts are not like His. What I may deem too harsh, the Lord didn't deem. We should never. In other words, we should never question whether or not the Lord's judgment is righteous or not. You see what I'm saying? He did it, so it was righteous. It was just. You understand? That's just like if something happened to you. Like I said, I'm diabetic, high blood pressure, all of that. Am I sitting there saying, this is not right, this is not just, I have to go through this, why me? No, because I know that I did some stuff in life that wasn't too good, you know what I'm saying, wasn't too right. I'm getting myself together now, but everything has a punishment. Everything that you do, you will get punished for it. You can't run from the punishment. We just read it in what was that? What we just read, where it says, none can deliver out of my hands. You can't escape the judgment. So don't sit here and be like, well, why me? No, you know what you did. Are you gonna man up or woman up and say, okay, I know what I did. you know what? Let me just deal with my punishment, take it like a man, take it like a woman, and now correct it so I don't have to get punished again. Punishment hurts. That's the point. That's the point. It should hurt. Whoopings, you don't whoop your kids so that they can laugh at you, right? You don't whoop your kids so that they can say, okay, I took that, and to be right back doing it again. You want to make it hurt a little bit. You want to pop them, and then you know the butt is the most softest spot because their head is so hard. So you know they hate. You can hit them anywhere. You hit them on the butt, they're gonna get right. You understand? I don't know what it is about the bottom, but the bottom hurts. You understand? And guess what? They feel that, and they say, you know what? I ain't doing this again. It's no different from touching a stove, a flaming stove. When you touch it and you get burnt, you're not gonna do it again. You understand? And the point is, the punishment is just, and you know, it is what it is. You understand? And nobody can save you from it. So to answer your question in the long way, it wasn't. No, it's not too harsh. You understand? Okay. Any other questions? Go ahead.
I started reading the Bible in Genesis, and I was trying to understand why he broke us apart for building the altar, and then they left off to build the city building anyway.
What we at? What scripture?
Genesis 11:5-8.
Let's see. Genesis chapter 11, verse 5. All right, let's read it.
And the Lord came down to see the city and the town which the children of man built. And the Lord said, behold, the people is one, and they all have one language. And this began to do, and nothing now will be restrained from them, which they have imagined to do.
Mm-hmm.
Let us go down in there and confound the language, and that they may not understand one another's speech.
Mm.
So the Lord scattered them abroad from thence upon the face of all the earth, and they left off to build the city.
Okay, so now I know a little bit about it, right? So I know that they went off to build the Tower of Babel, you understand, and they were trying to, the Lord, okay, I'll put it like this. You'll probably have to get a more detailed breakdown of it. But what I know of it is that the Lord separated us for a reason. The Lord gave us Lashawan Kodash to speak. That's our language. You understand? It's not for, it's a whole, what is Lashawan Kodash? What does it mean? It might be up there. I can't really see. What does it say? Anybody can say it. Don't matter the one. You can say holy tongue. What is holy? Separate. They were trying to come together under one language. You understand what I'm saying? They were building the tower, and it's like they're trying to become one. The Lord wanted us separate. The Lord don't want us together. That's why he scattered them. That's why he separated. You understand what I'm saying? Now, to get if you want a more detailed breakdown, you probably would have to come like on Sunday where you can ask Captain or whatever, or I can get the detailed breakdown and I'll have it for you. But I do know that the Lord didn't want everybody to speak the same language. I do know he didn't want everybody to be integrated with each other. You understand? He wanted us to be separate. The Lord, the Israelites, his chosen people are separate people. You understand? Go ahead.
I was just about to ask you, is it the tribes you want to separate, or is it us, the tribes from everybody else?
Us from everybody else. You understand? Like, so he chose Israel, you understand, to be his people. Give me Deuteronomy 7 and we'll start at 3, just to bring in like more context.
Neither shall thou make marriages with them. Thy daughter shall not give unto them sons, nor his daughter shall thou take unto thy son.
Say that again.
Neither shall thou make marriages with them.
So he's saying, don't make marriages with them. Don't sleep with them. Leave them alone. They belong to, that's them. You are you. We are Israelite. We're not supposed to sleep with them. Keep going.
Thy daughter shall not give unto his sons, nor his
Drop down to 6.
For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God.
For you are a separate people unto the Lord. You understand? Holy means to separate or be separate. For you are a holy people unto the Lord. I mean, you are a separate people. He set you apart from everybody else. Keep going.
The Lord thy God has chosen thee to be special people unto himself.
He has chosen you to be a special people unto himself. I mean, he chose you. You should feel special. He chose us, Israel, to be a special people to him. Keep going.
Above all people.
No, hold on, wait. Equal to. Say the above part again.
Okay.
You gonna learn real quick. You understand? We equal.
Above all people.
No, it says we are not like we are at the bottom right now. So that means the white man is superior to us.
Above all people.
We above. He had chose us to be above all people. Now, if you go look up the definition of racist, that fits perfectly with the racist. So that means the Most High is racist because he chose Black, Hispanic, and Native Americans to be superior to all other races, to all other nationalities. You understand? That's what the Bible says. The Lord chose us. So when you hear you're being racist, well, hey, if you read Deuteronomy 7 and 6, I mean, I'm just only doing what my father, you know what I'm saying? That's what he said. I'm just following the Bible. So I guess I'm just, if I'm racist, then the Most High racist too. No sweat, right? He chose us to be a special people. Now, I actually went back to chapter 10 just to get some more context on, you understand, like your question. So now do me a favor, read Genesis chapter 10. We're going to start at 1 and we'll read down to verse 5. And then you'll understand why he scattered them for building the Tower of Babel.
Now these are the generations and sons of Noah, Shem, Ham, and Japheth. Okay,
so now these are the generations of the sons of Noah, Shem, Ham, and Japheth, right? Everybody know Noah was the Lord's chosen, right? Him and his Noah, and it was 8 people that survived the flood. Noah and his, his family, right? So now the sons of Noah are naturally gonna carry the, who the Lord has chosen. You also got Shem, Ham, so the sons of Noah, Shem, Ham, and Japheth, those are the sons of Noah. Shem is what would eventually be who the so-called Israelites are. We come from Shem, you know what I'm saying? Ham do anybody know before I say it? Go ahead, sis. Is the microphone over there? I shouldn't have gave y'all Shem. I've been wanting y'all to know, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot here. But yeah, so who is Ham? Africans. So Israelites come from Shem. Africans come from Ham, and I gotta look up Japheth. Give me 1 second. I got it somewhere. Let me see if I can find it in a timely manner. Oh yeah. Okay, so now Japheth. Do anybody want to give it a shot before I give you the answer? Go ahead.
Native Americans.
Lie. Native Americans are Israelites. Go ahead.
Edomite, Moabite.
Anybody else? Go ahead, sis. If she get this.
The Aboriginals from like Australia or something.
Give her a hand. Good night. Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm not surprised, you understand? She is married to priest and officer, the warrior Allah. You understand what I'm saying? Most High in Christ, give him a hand. You understand? For being such a righteous leader and teacher to Israel. And that's what the I.S.U.P.K breeds right there. Virtuous women like that. You understand? I didn't even know this. At one point, I have it in my notes. You understand? But she answered that right off the bat. So Japheth is the Polynesians, the Pacific Islanders, Eskimos, or the Australians. That's who Japheth is, right? So now going back to the scriptures, you understand? It says, now these are the generations of the sons of Noah. So you got Shem, Ham, and Japheth. Three different nations. You understand? You got the Israelites, you got the Hamites, which are the Africans, and then you got the Australians and the Eskimos and all of them, which is Japheth, right? Now, I'm not going to go into the sons of Japheth, but let's go down to verse 5.
By these were the isles of the Gentiles.
Of the what?
The isles of the Gentiles.
Of the Gentiles. So now the sons, I'm gonna just for time's sake, I'm gonna read verse 2 real quick. It says, the sons of Japheth, Gomer and Magog and Madai and Javan and Tubal and Meshech and Tyrus, and the sons of Gomer. So it's going into Japheth, right? And it says, verse 5 says, by these were the isles of the what?
The Gentiles.
Of the what?
The Gentiles.
The Gentiles in the Zondervan Bible Dictionary, it says usually a non-Israelite. So these are not Israelites. These are heathens. You understand what I'm saying? It says, by these were the isles of the Gentiles, which are heathens. Read.
Everyone.
Hold on, go back up.
By the isles of the Gentiles, divided in
Do what?
By the isles
of the Gentiles. After Gentile, what's that word?
Divided in their
Say it again.
Divided.
One more time.
Divided.
No, they were together.
Divided.
They were divided. You understand? In their what?
In their lands.
They were divided in their lands. So the Lord saw fit that these people would have their own lands. You understand? These are heathen. They're not Israelites. Keep going.
Everyone after his tongue.
Everyone what?
After his tongue.
After his what?
Tongue.
Meaning they spoke their own language too. You see what I'm saying? The Lord divided them. We didn't do it. It ain't us. The Lord divided them to have their own land, their own tongue. So why would you want to build a tower and bring everybody together when the Lord separated us? Right. That's why the Lord did what he did to the Tower of Babel. Now, again, you can go into get a more detailed, superior breakdown from Captain Yatazai, but that's what just, from what I know about it, we are taught not to teach what we don't know. So I'm just going to teach what I do know. I do know that the Lord separated us, and the Tower of Babel was supposed to be trying to bring us together. The Lord wasn't with that. You understand?
So that's what's happening with Christianity.
That is exactly what happens as Christianity. That's exactly what it is. Go ahead, DeWalt.
It's like if I may, that goes to show you that America is Babylon the Great, because even in their own, I don't know what it's called, the little thing they say one nation under God.
Right, exactly.
They want to bring everybody together under the Christianity that you're talking about.
One world government and all of that. You understand? So yeah, that's exactly what that is. All right. So for time's sake, let me go ahead and get to this lesson, the moment you've all been waiting for. Let's see. All right. Give me 1 Peter chapter 3, verse 3. First and foremost, don't no man want a masculine woman. Don't know, man. What's the point? We're not homosexual. We don't want a masculine woman. You understand? We don't want a product of ourselves. Not in that aspect. If men wanted masculinity, they would just be homosexuals. Don't that make sense? Right? Nobody like to see now. Now they got on the women. Nobody want the women definitely don't. They quiet over there right now. You understand what I'm saying? But sisters, I know y'all can understand that a man don't want you to be like him in that aspect, right? You are a woman. You are not made for masculinity. You are made to be precious and sweet and good smelling, and and that doesn't mean you're weak. You can still have a voice. You could still be strong in your voice, but how you deliver it is, a different thing. You could be a strong-minded woman, but you still have to be, you can't be masculine. You still have to be feminine. You understand? Nobody's a man, as a matter of fact, I love a strong-minded woman, because I might need to deliberate with my woman about certain decisions and business making and stuff like that. You understand? Now, when it comes to the truth, I got it. You know what I'm saying? Give me the full reins. I'll take it from here. But when it comes to everything else, I definitely wouldn't mind having a strong-minded woman. You know what I'm saying? Especially strong business-minded, can make good decisions, can carry out plans and stuff like that, right? And very intelligent. And there's nothing wrong with that. But when it comes to the order of the Lord, you understand, you still supposed to be submissive to your man. I don't care how much money you make. I don't care if you're making all the money. He could be making nothing. You still don't run the household. And you have to carry yourself in a certain way. Let's see what the Bible says, in which way a woman should carry herself. Read what you got.
Slakia, so what verse was that?
Chapter 3, verse 3. First Peter. All right.
This is the book of 1 Peter, chapter 3, verse 3.
Mm-hmm.
Whose adorning, let it not be that outward adorning of plaiting the hair.
So it's more like plaiting. But so now where we at? Salakia. Start over again.
Kind out of one kind. Let it not be that outward adorning of plaiting the hair.
So now, who's adorning? Let it not be that outward adorning of plaiting the hair, meaning, keep going real quick.
And of wearing of gold, or of putting on of apparel.
Okay, so now, women shouldn't think that they're adorning, meaning when they adorn themselves, it's not about what you look like on the outside, because you could be the most beautiful thing that a man has ever saw. You understand? I mean, you got the whole package. Y'all brothers know what I mean by whole package. It ain't too many women that got the whole package, right? As far as physical looks. So this woman can have all of that, but it does not matter, because that's not the adorning that the scripture telling you to adorn yourselves with. You understand? You can look good, that's cool. But are you gonna say con out of one con? Are you gonna learn how to cook biscuits from scratch? Are you gonna be at class anytime you have availability? Are you gonna get up and serve the brothers? Are you gonna, when your husband tell you to do something, are you gonna do it with no question? Are you gonna say con sir or con out of one con every time you address your husband? Like, not no, yes, okay. It should be con out of one con, or con sir, or whatever he wants to be called. He might have a different pet name that he might want you to call him. And it should be that every single time. And I'm gonna tell you why it should be that every single time. As a man, y'all already know I went over men for the past 2 weeks. That's why I say I don't want to hear nothing from women. I don't want to hear nothing. You understand? I got on men, and I do that on purpose, because it's more important. I have to get on the men harder, because the men need to know how to raise their women. The men need to know how to get their woman to be that virtuous woman, that sister, that submissive, righteous sister that they need to be. If you're not a strong man, if you're not a warrior, you're not gonna be able to achieve that with your woman. She's gonna run all over you. She's gonna like, count on one count. What the hell? You have to be that man to gird your loins, a strong man. And you of course with this truth, you understand, in classes like these, it's gonna help mold her into this righteous woman. So now, the reason why a woman should say con out of one con or concert to their husband every single time is because we do it to the men above us. Right. Anytime a man above me say, hey, I need you to do con on one concert, con on one concert, con on one concert. Like at the Passover, you should say, like, you know what I'm saying? If you're a young man at the Passover, if you're a young man too, if you're a lower ranking man, if you ain't, you know what I'm saying, you ain't a captain or a general, then you're gonna say con out of one con probably 1,000 times that night. Every time, hey, I need you to come on concert. Hey, Shalom, sir, how you doing? Come on concert, come on concert. Like, even if you don't know if they outrank you, you're still gonna say con on one con. You start saying con on one con of troopers. You don't know who the hell is who. You just con on con, sir. I'm just a trooper. Hey, Salakia, sir. Oh, sir. It's just, it should be when you pull up at a drive-through, they hand you the water, sir. You know what I mean? Like, it should be just like the laws on your mind. It should be on your mind at all times, because we do it. So it's only right that our women give us that same reverence that we give the men above us. This ain't no, I don't know, like, women have to understand that this is not a retreat. This is not a resort. This is life. This is the truth. This is warfare. In warfare, you understand, just like it's no different from a sister addressing any brother. If you're gonna say concert to any other man, anytime they say, hey sis, can you give me this? Hey sis, you mind doing this? You mind doing that? They concert. Well, guess what? To your husband, it should be to the 10th power. You should be so humble when dealing with your husband. I don't want to make it seem like, not afraid. Don't be afraid of him, but it's almost like, okay, I'll give you, if I can describe the feeling, when I'm kind of like when I'm in the general's presence, right? When I see the generals, I damn near don't know. I remember the first time, now I do, but when I first met Commander General YAHANNA, when I first seen him in person, I didn't know how to really address. I didn't know, should I come up to him and salute him? It was a humbleness over me. You understand, right? I wasn't afraid of the generals, but it was like, I know his stature. I understand his power over us in Israel, meaning he's our leader. So I understand. General Muhammad, same thing. You understand? When you look up to somebody, when you look for them, these are the people that's leading us. These are the people that's feeding us and clothing us and making sure we are taken care of as a nation. Y'all do realize, right? So everything that they do, you do for your wife. So and when I seen Commander Jimmy Hunter for the first time, I was hesitant. I was finna go salute him like I would do any other brother, but I was like, should I do it? Because I seen the other generals around him. I'm like, I don't know. Should I? Salaki, sir, can I see? It was like I had to ask him, can I salute him? He's like, come on, if y'all met Commander Jimmy Hunter, he's the most like humble, like just caring man that you would ever meet. You understand what I'm saying? It's just it's mind blowing how humble he is, knowing his position in Israel. You understand? So with that, the way I felt, the humbleness that came over me when I seen our leaders is the same way your wife, women, y'all should be with your husbands. You should be the same way. Why? Because he is your leader. He is the man that is keeping you from going to be in the world so that you can die. You understand? So that's why you should have that sense of reverence to your husband. It's not making you weak. That didn't make me weak because I didn't know how to, I had to ask Commander Junior Hunter permission to salute him. That just shows that I respect him as the man above me, my leader. And you should respect your husband as the man that's leading you. That same man that you have to say Khan 1, Khan 2, and Khan Sir to, you should be happy to do it. Why? Because he'll be happy to lay down his life for you. With no hesitation. Y'all understand, right? So any man that would give his life for you, he clearly loves you. So give that man his due respect. Give him that reverence. You understand? There's nothing weak about that. All right, keep reading.
Verse 4. But let it be the hidden man of the heart, and that which is not corruptible, even the ornament of a meek and quiet spirit.
Even the ornament of a meek and quiet spirit. That's the adorning that you should put on. You can get your hair, put the big old loops in your ears, look all cute, put your little lip gloss, my lip gloss is popping, all that cool stuff. You understand? We do like that. I like lip gloss. It's good. It look good on you. You know what I'm saying? It look nice. You look cute. But I want that meek and quiet. You understand that? If you got the total package and you meek and you quiet, listen. You understand? The dowry is tremendous. Who shall pay it? You understand? Who gonna want to pay? I mean, good night. Like, look at what Jacob did for Rachel. He worked 14 years. 14 years. Could y'all imagine that? That's half of my life. You understand? 14 years? He worked for one woman. She had the total package. That's what you're worth. Don't sell yourself short, women. Don't sell yourself short, sisters. You understand? Because Rachel definitely didn't sell herself short. Jacob worked 14 years. Could y'all imagine that? 14 years of work? For some people, after them 14 years, they're retirement. I need me a pension. You understand? 14 years. He worked, man. Hard labor. Not no little, security job. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's just standing on poker. I say security because I had one. And all I used to do is just chill. You understand? Watch posts. Well, depending on the post I was at. But yeah. But he worked manual labor, hard labor for Rachel. You understand? Keep going.
Khan, which is in the sight of God of great price.
Ooh, we read that part again.
Which is in the sight of God of great price.
Which is in the sight of God of great price. You understand? Like what the scripture say about a virtuous woman. It says, who can find a virtuous woman, for her price is far above rubies. Now, maybe y'all not familiar with rubies and precious stones, but diamonds have nothing on rubies. Y'all do understand that, right? Diamonds are really a dime a dozen. They just have you believe that it's not. I know y'all know about the De Beers and all of that. If you don't, maybe I went to a lesson over it, but I taught one before. But diamonds are really not as rare as you think they are. They're just, it's supply and demand. They make you think they're rare. And they do shine. They shine so pretty and they're so beautiful to look at that people want them. And they tell you that it's not that many, so it drives up the price with supply and demand. You understand? But rubies are on a different level because they are rare. You understand? Rubies are rare. So with rubies, I'm talking about a virtuous woman, her price is far above rubies. What does that mean? You know how, the Bible don't necessarily give specific events and time and all of that. So what does far above rubies mean? Go ahead.
Very rare, sir.
Invaluable. Her price is far above rubies, meaning that just means a high dowry. You know what I'm saying? Just brothers, brace yourself before when you find your wife. Just know if she is deemed virtuous, just know you finna come up out them pockets, or you finna be working a long time. You understand? But that's the type of women that you want, because when you get them, you got you something. You got that. You got what the scripture is saying. That adorning, a quiet, meek, beautiful, even with the plaiting of the hair and the beautiful on the outside, on the inside, she's even more special. You understand? That's the type of women that you should strive to be. Drive your dowry up, sisters. And if you're already married, make that man feel like he got something that's worth what he got. You understand? You should make him feel like every single day, damn, man, I got me. Woo, I'm so, man, I got me one. You understand? What? Give me the precept where it says, he that findeth the wife. Give me that one. This is what he should say every single day when he look at his woman. Every time he look at his woman, every single day, he should say this to himself. He may not say it to her, but every day he gonna look back, he gonna see she looking all good and smelling all good. She got that fourth dimension on. You understand? He like, damn, woo-wee, baby. Good night. You understand what I'm saying? He gonna say, what? Find that scripture for me. Double time. Double sure. Proverbs 18:21. I want he that findeth the wife, not begin at the possession. I want the other one. Go ahead.
It's the book of Proverbs, chapter 18, verse 22.
Mm-hmm.
Whoso findeth a wife findeth a good thing.
Findeth the what?
A good thing.
When he see his wife, every day she should make him feel like this every single time he see her. That every day when he wake up and he see that woman, he saying, baby, I'm hungry, I need some breakfast. She come on one kind, sir. And she go in there and whip up that breakfast. I'm talking about them biscuits from scratch. I'm talking about better than them. What's them damn biscuit brand? Bisquick. I'm talking about Bisquick. Look, Bisquick ain't. It's a lot here. Bisquick ain't got nothing on your rib. You understand what I'm saying? He gonna get that plate, breakfast in bed. He gonna look at her like, look, whatever. If you ain't got kids, you might be able to do some special things and wear some special things around the house for your husband. But if you got kids like me, you can't be doing all that. You understand what I'm saying? But he gonna look at you and be like, good. Nah, he gonna look at the plate. He gonna look at you, and you gonna be like, is there anything else you need, sir? You understand? And he gonna say, what?
Findeth a good thing.
I found a good thing. I found her, man. This right here. He gonna tell all his brothers about her too. Like, you gonna tell Cap, say, Cap, do you know that, man, she just been, good night, sir. She's been extraordinary. I found me a good thing, sir. You understand what I'm saying? But instead, that ain't what the Cap get. You know what I'm saying? That is not what Cap get. Cap gets Salaki, sir. Salaki, my rib, she just, man, sir, I'm about ready to strangle her, sir. I don't know what to do. I need some counsel, sir. And then, Cap, that ain't what Cap want to hear. Cap want to hear you for the good thing. He gonna be like, no sweat. Let me set this counsel up. Let me set this marriage counsel up. You know what I mean? That's what he get. But that ain't what he want. And that ain't what you want as a man. You want to say, I found a good thing. And sisters, that's what you want your man to feel. Don't it feel good when he praise you? Don't it feel good when he tell you how beautiful you are inside and out? And just make you feel like you just the most precious thing walking? Well, guess what? You have to give him a reason to give you that praise. He ain't gonna just tell you that then he'll be lying to you. You know what I mean? Then you wouldn't want, like, he in a lose-lose situation. You want to act the fool and have him tell you that you're the best thing ever, and he really lying to you, and you're gonna be mad at him for lying to you. Then the demon's gonna come out even stronger. You You understand? So we don't want that. We want to be honest with you. So give us a reason to be honest. Be that good thing that I want you to be, so I can tell you how good you are to me. You understand? All right, let's go back to No, we good at that. We good at that. Give me go back to verse 5 in 1 Peter chapter 3.
Verse 5. For after this manner in the old time, the holy women also, who trusted in God, adorned themselves, being in subjection unto their own husbands.
You see how the scripture, the Bible say what is written aforetime is written for our learning. Ain't this amazing how it says in verse 5 that for after this manner in the old time, meaning that this is from the beginning, this is how it was from the old days. You know what I'm saying? Basically telling you sisters to be like the women of old. Be like your foremothers. You understand? Your forefathers. Be like how things were in the beginning. You understand? Because it says the holy women, not every woman. It says the holy women. What does that mean, sisters? When it says the holy women, does it mean every single woman? Does it mean every lady? Go ahead.
The separate women?
The women that are separate from like these women right here, they separate themselves from the other women. You got women in the world, you got women in the truth. In the truth, you should be that holy woman. Shouldn't be like a woman in the world. Be that holy woman, meaning separate yourself from these other women. I might have to do a part 2 to this because, time's sake. But no sweat. Be that holy woman. Be that separate woman, just like the women of old. Who did what? Go ahead. Who trusted in? Sorry, right there.
Who trusted in God.
Who trusted in the power. You understand? Go ahead.
Adorned themselves.
Why is that important? Why is it important that you have to trust in the Most High? Why does it say that? Who trusted in God? That was first. Go ahead.
So the woman, Slocky, if I may. So the woman is not like sneaky, sir? Or?
No. It says who trusted in God, meaning who trusted in the power. Why does it say that first? It says the women in the manner, it says, for after this manner in the old time, the holy women also who trusted in God. It started with that first. Why? Anybody want to give it a shot? Go. Ain't no wrong answer. It's all right, no sweat. Ain't no, don't be. Hey, we here to learn.
Yes, if you trust in God, you're going to trust your husband.
Say that again.
Trust your husband.
No, the whole thing. Say the mic on.
If you trust in God, you can trust in your husband.
If you trust in the Lord, you're gonna give him a hand. You understand? Why, if you trust in the Lord, you're gonna trust in your husband? Say that again.
Because he follows God.
And especially for a man in the truth. We're talking about men in the truth, right? He trusts in the Most High. I mean, he follows the Most High, and the Most High sent him. That's how you got your husband. He sent them to you. You was down. What did Isaiah 4:1 say? You understand? It says 7 women shall take hold of one man. And I'm paraphrasing, but to take away their reproach. You was dead to the world, to the Lord. You was a whore. You was all type of. We ain't gonna even go into the name. You understand? We know and sisters. I'm pretty sure y'all understand that in the world you were all type of wicked, and because I know I was as a man. So I mean, we all were. You understand? We all were doing things that were horrible in the sight of the Lord. We can agree to that, right, sisters? So now, when your husband got you, now let's say for women that got their husband before, let's say men brought their women into the truth. Let's talk about the part when your men found the truth. And let's not talk about okay, because remember, you're born again. So now let's speak about the time when your man, he got the truth and brought you in the truth. So guess what? From that point on, he was a new man. So when he brought you into the truth, that man took you and the Lord sent him at that point to get you, fetch you out of the world and bring you into the truth because he loved you. So guess what? That's why it says who trusted in God, because those women of old, they trusted in the Most High because they know that this husband that they got is the Lord sent them. The Lord sent them to correct them. You understand? The Lord sent them to protect them and to be the husband that they're supposed to be to them. So that's why they trusted in the Most High, which also means they trusted in their husband. because the Lord had put them there for them. You understand? Keep going. Adorn themselves,
being in subjection unto their own husbands.
Adorn themselves. This is the adorning that they did. The meek, the quiet, the humbleness. You understand? Being in subjection to. What does that mean? Sisters. YAHANNA. Give her the mic, please. It's more than just submitting. Being in subjection to. Give her the mic. Don't be shy. It's okay. Huh? I don't hear you. You gotta submission, and because being in subjection to is okay. I'm trying to put it is being in submission, right? But I want it in a more specific thing, like okay, because being in subjection, being submissive is so vague, right? Being in submission, I mean, it's the overall thing. It's like it's the summary of everything that being in subjection to is. So you're being submissive, but you're under subjection. What does under subjection mean? Go ahead, Evan.
It's like being a subject, which is like a servant.
I wouldn't say it like that. Being in subjection to is equal to being nobody ruled over. You have something? Go ahead. Say it. Huh?
Servant?
Not a servant. I don't want to, because you're not my slave. You understand? That's what like a servant is, like someone who that's all they do is just, you're there for that purpose. No, you're my wife. So being a wife of a husband, you're not a servant. I mean, you serve the Lord and you are to serve your husband, but you're not a servant per se. It's like, in a way, that sounds like you're equaling it to slave. You're not a slave because you are free to do whatever you like. You're not a slave. Can't just get up and say, I can't do this anymore. I'm out. A slave can't do that. But guess what? I women do that all the time. I just can't. No more. I can't. They get up and they walk away and they go and they separate themselves from you. A servant can't do that. A slave can't do that. So you're not a slave, but you are a servant to the Lord, which would mean that there's a certain moral about yourself that wouldn't make you say, no, I'm not going to say I can't. I'm just going to do it. Because I know I can say I can't. I'm not going to say I can't. Because I want to sacrifice for the Lord. I'm going to endure it to the end. My husband may give me orders sometimes that I really don't feel like doing. Well, newsflash, sometimes brothers get orders that they don't necessarily feel like doing. But guess what? You still got to carry out the order. You still got to follow. You got to say con out of one con and get it done. So it's no different from you, sisters. Get it done, whatever it may be. But you're not a slave. You love the Lord so much that you're going to do whatever it takes to serve your husband because you love your husband. You should. The scriptures say love your husbands. You understand what I'm saying? Like just like the men love you. You think all the time you be doing stuff that he just at all times of the day, you're just the most precious? No. It be times where he got to hear your mouth. He got to, you got to get some counsel because you're going through some stuff. It may be stuff that he don't be fun like dealing with, but guess what? It is his duty. He loves his wife like Christ loved the church. And he's not, it says, love your wives and be not bitter against them. That's how you make the marriage work. You have to adorn yourselves with this in all subjection, not in some things. You can't be objective to the matter. Like, I don't believe in that. I don't like that. No, I don't want to. No, there is no objection. This is not court. You don't have the right to say objection, Your Honor. No, you have to be in all subjection to that man. He rules over you. He's not your slave, but he is the man that rules over you, meaning everything must go through him. You understand? And everything, even if you got a problem with him, who you supposed to take it to? I mean, I think the Facebook wants to know as well. I mean, I know. I'm pretty sure the brothers in the class will know too, but I think Facebook needs to know. Or YouTube. It ain't on. You gotta hold, like push it all the way up.
You're supposed to take it to him.
Supposed to take it to him, not to go to him and him alone. The same rules apply in Matthew 18:15. It applies to your husband as well. You understand? And this may or may not be something that, of course, this is just for everybody to know. The sisters in this class, this is not personal. This is not personal to any sister that's watching this class. This is in general for all sisters, whether you're in the world or in the truth. This is the model that you need to follow after. So I don't want y'all to take nothing personal. This ain't got nothing to do with y'all. I'm using y'all because y'all are the sisters here so that these other sisters can know how precious and virtuous our women in this truth are. And don't get me wrong, y'all may be precious and virtuous, but don't mean y'all not going to have times where y'all are not doing so well. And it's okay, because that's why we in the truth. That's why you're here in class. That's why we in this truth. We have to endure to the end. It wouldn't say endure to the end if every day was going to be like roses. It wouldn't have to say that, because we wouldn't have to endure to the end because we good. We're going to be all right. No, we have to endure to the end because demons attack all the time. And the more you do good, the worse of them demons are going to be. Y'all understand? You have to fight them, though. You can't just have those demons out there for your husband to fight. You have to fight them yourself, too. Because as a team, y'all are a team. You do know when y'all join together, you're one body. Y'all one. You understand? It's teamwork. Teamwork make the dream work. Fight the demons together. You'll slay them. It'll be easier to slay them. I'm playing this game on PS4 called The Last of Us 2. And I notice when I have a partner go out with me and we slaying whatever the hell these things are, it'd be a lot easier. You understand? When I'm out by myself, I have a hard time. So fight the demons with your husband. That's what you got to do. In order to be partners, you can't be half-stepping. You got to have full transparency, communicate well. You understand? Go tell him if you feel some type of way about something he said, go talk to him. Maybe I don't like how you did that, but this is how I'm feeling. It may be, I understand, blah, blah, blah. He going to tell you, well, look, this how I had to come like that. You know what I'm saying? I love you and woo, whatever y'all got to do, make up, you know what I'm saying? Tie fire, get pregnant, have babies, and, everything will be all right. Get counsel. But that's how you have to do it. But first, it starts with working on yourself. You can't come into a relationship with full-fledged demons and expect your husband to treat you like a princess right off the bat. It's going to take some molding. It's going to take a lot of correction, a lot of hurt feelings. But the ending goal is for you to become that virtuous woman. Y'all understand? All right, no sweat. I ain't going to stay on that too long. I do want to go to verse 6, and then we'll, matter of fact, I'm going to have to do both of them. Let's do verse 6 and 7.
Kind out of one kind. Verse 6. Even as Sarah obeyed Abraham, calling him Lord.
Hold on, wait a minute. Read that one more time, because this is very important to what I said about the con out of one cons and the con sirs. Or if you want to be called daddy, call him daddy. Whatever the hell, whatever names y'all got for him, he might take call me shortstop or whatever. I don't know what the hell. So like, you understand? Whatever it is, call him whatever, you know what I'm saying? He wants you to call him. And you say it in that same manner that you would say con out of one con or con sir, say it in the same reverence. But this is why. Read that again.
Even as Sarah obeyed Abraham.
Even as Sarah obeyed Abraham, meaning this has been done way before. This was back then. You understand? Sarah, which is, everybody knows Abraham, right? You understand? Sarah is his wife. She obeyed him. It didn't say she disobeyed him. It didn't say she did what she wanted to do. She obeyed him and did what? Called him what?
Calling him Lord.
Calling him Lord, meaning Adawan, sir, or shortstop, or whatever the hell, you know what I'm saying? It's like it. Whatever the hell, you know what I'm saying? Long stop, long stick, whatever the hell you want him to call you, Salakia. But that's what she did. She obeyed him, calling him Lord, meaning she was saying, con, sir, yes, sir. Or con out of one con. Yes, out of one. I don't want you need this. I don't want you need that. That's what she was doing. So if Sarah could do it, you could do it. You understand? Go ahead.
Whose daughters
whatever. Go ahead.
Whose daughters ye are, as long as ye do well.
Whose daughters you are, as long as like you Sarah's daughters, as long as you mess up.
As long as ye do well.
As long as you do well. You model after her. She set the example for you. You understand? If she can do it, then you can do it as well. It's not, and times are like you again, times were a little different back then. You have more leeway now. You understand? Christ has came taught us brotherhood. Christ has came and taught us how to be merciful on our wives. You understand what I'm saying? So y'all don't have it as hard as Sarah had. Abraham was probably stiff on her neck. You understand? What like, I don't want to say it, but you know what I'm saying? We have a saying, well, it's stiff on the beat. You know what I'm saying? And Abraham was definitely probably stiff on the beat. You understand, right? And now, and some brothers, you know, so it's all definitely like that, but it's not as probably nowhere near as bad as it was. Everybody understand? And if Sarah can do it, you can do it. You understand? Go ahead, keep going.
And are not afraid with any amazement.
Say that again.
And are not afraid with any amazement.
You ain't afraid to do it. It's not something that you scared to do. Like, don't be ashamed. Don't be ashamed to say, you should say Khan Adawan Khan loud. You should let the world hear you call your Adawan Adawan. The world should know it. Don't be ashamed. There's nothing to be ashamed for. You should be a model for these other Black, Hispanic, and Native American women. When they see you, when they see you saluting with your head bowed and you saying, yes, sir, Khan sir, do you need anything else, sir? Like, they gonna look at you, they may mock you. We talking about how the children mock, you know, these sisters may mock you, but guess what? A prophet like me will say, no sweat, the Lord gonna deal with them. And what may happen to them? The Lord may bring judgment on them that night. But guess what? You won't have to worry about that judgment because you are serving the Lord. You understand? That's what it's all about. The scriptures say fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. Fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. That's why it also said, verse 5, where it says trusted in God, meaning they fear the Lord. So with them fearing the Lord, they're going to do whatever it takes. If serving their husband, because the Lord say do it, not because they husband. It ain't like every man, every Black, Hispanic, and Native American man say, no, serve us. The Lord did that way back in Genesis when y'all decided to bring sin in the world. We all know what happened. You understand? That's why women, when they be acting all dingy and stuff, we say y'all naive. What does naive mean? What does naive mean? Go ahead.
It's like what makes her close.
Means near. You're near Eve. Like she was so dumb. Like she listened to the damn serpent. You understand? And that's why women be naive. That's why we say you naive. Meaning you near Eve. You acting like you're going to bring sin in the world again. Like, you know, it's like that same spirit. You understand? Don't be naive. Don't be close to Eve. Be more like Sarah. You understand? Be more like those type of women. Don't be like Eve. Y'all already been like Eve forever. You understand? That's the problem. Let's separate from Eve and let's be more like Sarah and Rachel and all these, or any other righteous woman. You understand what I'm saying? All right, brother, you gone?
Yeah.
All right, I gotta go get some. Right. Okay, no sweat. Be more like the righteous women that you're supposed to be like. You understand? And less like the unrighteous. Y'all seem to gravitate towards the less righteous. Be more like the righteous woman, the Proverbs 30:31. Everybody understand? All right. Give me verse 7. We're probably gonna go until about 9:30. We started late anyway. So.
Likewise, ye husbands, dwell with them according to knowledge.
Okay, now so hold on now. I mean, I know I'm getting on the women, but don't forget, this is why it's important. This is why it's in this scripture. It's in this chapter because it's very important that these women can't do what they're doing without us doing what? Read that again.
Likewise, ye husbands, dwell with them according to knowledge.
Meaning, come on, brothers, don't be wise, understanding, have mercy. That's what Christ taught us. Don't just automatically be a dictator to your wife because she ain't doing one thing right. She may do a million things good, she do that one thing wrong. Don't just come down on her too hard. What depends on that one thing is, because sometimes that one thing could be very severe. But if it's not so severe, don't come down on it too hard. You understand? But you still need to correct it. I'm going to tell you something that General Hyman told me. You understand? When they do good, reward them. When they mess up, correct them. Punish them. You understand? You punish them. That shows your authority. That's who they're submitting to. They need something to submit to. You can't be weak. A woman ain't going to submit to a man that's on her level. If she deem you as equal to her, there's a problem. If she feel like she is just as strong as you, mentally, physically, emotionally, she's not going to submit to you. That's just proven fact. A woman may enjoy getting over on a man, but they don't really want a man like that. That's facts. That's proven facts. A woman will take advantage. I got to take my shades off for this. Because I don't think everybody understands. A woman is going to take advantage of you as long as you let her. Why? Because she may enjoy getting over on you. Let me do it. So I'm running into the ground. So oh shit, like the demon, you know what I'm saying? Good night. The white man is the devil. You understand? Hey, ain't not a stain on me though. So why here? And the sisters over there staring too hard. They like, he took his shades out. They looking at me. I can feel the heat coming from this side of the room. You understand? Nah, so like, I'm just joking, man. But you got to understand that a woman, how can I put it? A woman wants a man that she can submit to. You just have to be that man. You understand? I know it may seem, now, it's kind of a catch-22. They don't like to be corrected like that. Women don't like to be yelled at. Of course, women don't like that extra aggressiveness, but they don't want a weak man. So it's like they'd rather deal with somebody who's going to correct. They want a stern man. You know what? That turns them on. When you firm and you put your foot down, that turns them on. They may not agree with it. They may cry, but guess what? After they cry and the tears are gone, now they feeling some type of way. Now you're gonna have to put in some work for real. Now you're gonna have to tie some fire to them because you done got them all riled up. You know what I'm saying? They want that. They don't want a weak man because a weak man is not gonna allow them to be who they naturally want to be. Women naturally want to be feminine and naturally want to be submissive. But society has taught them a different way, contrary to the Bible. So with society teaching them to be masculine and teaching them to be the ruler of the home, then they're going to take advantage of it. They're just going to do whatever. It's still unnatural. It's no different from being a homosexual. You understand? People, it's a mental illness. You're a homosexual because you're mentally ill. You understand? But naturally, you're a man under that. Have you ever seen, like, it's kind of like those, I seen a video with the little transsexuals, whatever, they be on, like, what was that? I don't know if that was a Foot Locker or it was like a clothing store or something, where the dude kept calling the dude a dude. He was saying, sir. Like, that was in GameStop. That was in the GameStop, right? It was a transsexual, and he's saying, sir, like, I mean, like, the man is addressing him as who he really is. And the transsexual started first he was like, it's ma'am. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's trying to be all like feminine with it. And then he was like, okay, sir. Yeah, so sir, can I check you out over here? It's ma'am. Like, it's like I mean, it's just like you can't control it. It's like you trying to be feminine, but it's in you to be a man. It's ma'am. Like, you know what I'm saying? The voice is deeper than, like, I'm talking about the whole room, like, and he started going off. Them hormone pills it wasn't mixing well with the testosterone. You understand? Something didn't act. It wasn't working. It just don't go together. Just like testosterone and estrogen. When women's supposed to have high estrogen levels, low testosterone. When a woman's testosterone levels start getting too high, they start conflicting with themselves. That's why y'all be all confused and acting all crazy and weird and crying and stuff, because you don't want to have high testosterone. Because it's not made for you. It's made for the man. Now, man want all the testosterone. You know what I'm saying? Like, we start having low testosterone, we start having problems. Y'all understand what I mean, right? We start having man problems. Y'all get it? It's scientific. It's nature. You understand? So stop trying to go against nature. It's natural for your woman to be feminine and soft-spoken and just it's nothing. I can't expound on it enough. When we see y'all in y'all humble, especially like sitting in class, like y'all don't understand how us husbands feel when we see our women in class, head covered, head wrapped, body covered. You just sitting there looking all sweet, and even though it may be for a moment, brothers, we know at home it'd be a different story. You know what I'm saying? We know sometimes it could be a whole different story from in class or in school, but at least for that moment we can say, I know it's in there. You know what I'm saying? It's there. Like, it's just a beautiful thing. It's a wonderful thing for us. And at home, we were like, why the hell you acting like this now? You should have did it at the school. You know what I'm saying? That's a different story. But the point is, when we see y'all in this state, it's just a beautiful thing. Isn't it always beautiful, especially when we have like our high holy days, when men over here and the women just be over here beautiful and smelling like fourth dimension and covered up and saying "Khan, sir," and raising their hands, "Salakia, sir, if I may." That's what we supposed to be. That is our culture, and it's a beautiful thing. The brothers over here, warriors, "Hey, Salakia, sir, if I could." You know what I'm saying? "Come on, Khan, sir." Like, that is amazing. But it can't happen without the fear of the Lord.
Right.
So I hope y'all understand. I went through all of that just to come back around to understanding that without the fear of the Lord, we wouldn't be in class, we wouldn't have our women, we wouldn't be who we are without the fear of the Lord. The fear of the Lord is what brought us here. Because we fear the Most High. We see these plagues. We see all this stuff going on in the world. We see COVID spiking in Texas. We like, man, the Lord ain't playing. I got to get right. Right before it's sweating, I got to get right, man. Putting on gloves and putting on masks is not going to save you from COVID. But fearing the Lord will. Coming into the I.S.U.P.K, being a diligent warrior, being a diligent princess. You understand? Fighting for this, enduring to the end, sacrificing. That's the cure. That's the vaccine. That's what's going to keep us out of harm's way. That's what we got to do. You understand? And it can't come without the fear of the Lord. So go ahead, keep going on verse 7.
Kind out of one kind. According to knowledge.
Mm-hmm. Deal with them according to knowledge. Be wise. Understand that your wife is a weaker vessel, so you have to deal with them accordingly. Some women can handle, more of the pressure. You put pressure on them. Some women respond better with pressure, bust pipes, or it also form diamonds. So some women work better under pressure. They need you to have a foot on their neck. Some women can't take it. Some women fold. So you might have to take a different approach. But don't ever stop correcting her. Don't stop teaching her and showing her. You understand? Even though she can't take it, try to, a different approach, but the same goal. You understand? You're trying to achieve the same goal with a different approach. There's more than one way to skin a cat, in other words. All right, keep reading.
Giving honor unto the wife.
Giving honor to her as what?
As unto the weaker vessel.
We know that she's the weaker vessel. We know that she's going to be easier for the demons to attack her. That's how they're going to get through you. That's how did Eve get to Adam? You know what I'm saying? Did the serpent come to Adam? The serpent went to Eve. And Eve went to her husband like, baby, now he said we could be like gods if we just do this. And he was like, hey, man, but I don't really think we should do that. But I want this. And he fell victim to what she wanted. That's why we're in the predicament that we in. So now what was written for aforetime was written for our learning. So that's why the men are not going for it this time. That's why we like, I fell for it once. Y'all do realize, like, this is what another most important thing. Y'all do realize we were on earth before. Y'all do realize we've been here before. We all come back. You understand? The people that was there, we were them. So maybe we tired. Maybe we here, it's 2020. We tired. What old girl said, the daughter, I forgot who daughter it was, but they put the baby mama put the daughter, I'm motherfucking tired. Excuse my language. You understand? It's like it, but she was on Instagram. I'm tired. We tired, sisters. You understand what I'm saying? We're not having it no more. So now that we're going to apply a little bit more pressure because we know that it's like we're in a time right now where we can't just be relaxed. We can't be lax. We have to be on top of you. You understand? Because it's time. It's time to get right. It's time. And you can't take it for a joke. You can't take it like, I can wait. The grace period is running out. So we trying to have our wives right. So when Christ come back, he can look and say, okay, it is good. We want the power to say it is good. Just like in the creation. That's what we want. You understand? Is there some more on that?
Sir.
Go ahead.
And as being heirs together of the grace of life, that your prayers be not hindered.
Right. So now, again, being heirs together, the grace of life, that your prayers be not hindered. So how are we going? We can't be on different pages. We got to be on the same page. How I'm over here praying, I'm following the law, statutes, and commandments, obeying the men above me. You being a righteous, I'm following orders, I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. You out here acting all wild, tripping, and we supposed to be one. My prayers are probably getting answered because I'm a priest, a prophet of the Lord. I'm following the law, statutes, and commandments, but you not. Now your prayers are hindered, but we are one. So now the whole household, now the Lord will start doing stuff in the house. Stuff will start going downhill in the home, and you looking like, damn, I'm following you, Lord. I'm doing this. Meanwhile, real over here wilding, doing whatever. You know what I'm saying? The Lord is punishing the household for that. So now you got to lean on the harder. Now you got to put a little bit more pressure because you don't want your prayers hindered. You don't want no confliction in the household. You want everybody to be on one accord under the Most High and following that rule of thumb. You understand what I'm saying? Following, like we supposed to be one body. It's supposed to be we are a well-oiled machine together. You understand what I'm saying? When I see a husband and wife together at the school and stuff, everything, I be looking how, like in the I.S.U.P.K, I look how the men be working and the sisters be, everything just be moving like it's supposed to. He may give a cue and she be on top of it, doing what she needs to do. That's how it's supposed to be. It's not supposed to be he give a cue and you over there in the corner. You know, it's supposed to be like that. You understand? Everybody can see the countenance. Everybody can see your face and be like, dang, that's, damn. You know, nobody may not say it, but everybody like, ooh, she got, damn. Lord in Christ, Lord be with you. You understand? You don't want that. You don't want that. Nobody should ever know that you got a demon on you. Your husband, except your husband. You understand? Nobody should never know. Your countenance should always, because you know why? Because it's bigger than your husband. It's bigger than you. This is for the Lord. We sacrificing for the Lord. Everything we do is for the Most High. You understand? Fear of the Lord. That's the beginning of wisdom. That's what we do it for. We fear the Lord. All right, give me Ecclesiasticus 36 and 22. Now, I got a lot more scripture. We definitely gonna have to have a part 2. So, sisters, we just gonna have 2 weeks too. You understand? But men, and I'm always revert back to the brothers, man. Brothers, you have to understand that you gotta be fully, you do understand that the Lord could be punishing you too. Give me that precept where it says a man, I'm gonna paraphrase it, but it's like a man that type of wife belong to that type of man. Yeah, I know right now my mind is I'm all over the place, but I know you know what I want. You are wrong. I know y'all my priest in there. I know y'all know what I want. You got what I told you to get?
It's like he's on Ecclesiasticus
chapter 22. I mean chapter 36, Salakia, verse 22.
It's in Ecclesiasticus too.
It's in Ecclesiasticus
26 and 23.
Yeah, something like that. That sounds right. I'm gonna take a look at it real quick. That is exactly what I'm looking for. See, I know my officers would know. Most High in Christ, the water. Get that. Read that.
This is the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 36, verse 22. The beauty of a woman cheereth the countenance, and a man loveth nothing better.
Now, when it says the beauty of a woman cheereth the countenance, this is talking about the man's countenance. Y'all do understand, right? So now the beauty of a woman cheereth the man's countenance. But what is it really talking about? Is it talking about the outer beauty? What is it talking about, sisters? When it says the beauty of a woman. Now, we know the beauty of a woman definitely cheereth the countenance. Brothers say a fine woman. Like, brothers be happy like, ooh, that sister. Yeah, like, I could be having a bad day and I see a bad sister. I'm my whole mind frame, I don't even know what happened to my day. I'm not even remembering what happened at work. I'm looking at her like, ooh, shoot, good night. You understand what I'm saying? Like, it cheered the countenance. We do understand that. But this scripture is not talking about outer beauty. Keep reading. It says, a man loveth nothing better. Meaning, I would love nothing better than to look at something beautiful. You understand? But again, this is not talking about outward beauty. Keep reading.
Verse 23. If there be kindness, meekness, and comfort in her tongue, then is not her husband like other men?
Now, if there be kindness, meekness, and comfort in her tongue, meaning everything that come out her mouth should be something that a man would find an ease of mind. You know what I'm saying? Like, we are in hell. We are in captivity. We all go through oppression. So any chance we get, the man would want something that can ease the pain from this hell. You understand? The woman should always have this kindness and meekness and comfort in her tongue. You should, when a man come home, it should be like he should feel comforted in his home. It shouldn't be no, I don't want to feel like I'm being oppressed in the home. You understand? I don't want to feel like that when I'm around my wife. Safe haven. This is the safe house, as you will, like on GTA. When I come in the house, all the stars are gone. You understand? As soon as I step in the safe house, I ain't got to worry about no more stars. I ain't got to worry about helicopters. Y'all know, if y'all played GTA before, y'all know when you get 5 stars, things start to get overwhelming. You got armored vehicles trying to run you off the road, helicopters shooting down at you. They shoot missiles at you, all type of crazy stuff. You understand? You step out the car, you're dead. It ain't even no, you understand? It's over with. So your only hope is to make it into that safe house. When you get in the safe house, all the stars disappear. Now you can be like, whoo, I made it. You understand what I'm saying? Now you can regather, regroup. That's how we should feel when we're going in the house and being with our woman. Because when we outside dealing with the slavery, dealing with the white man, dealing with everything we dealing with those 5 stars. Seem like everywhere we go, it's something hitting us in the face. Like we just one, hitting us here, hitting us there, we get pulled over, might die tonight. It's just a bunch of stuff that goes on with that. And when we come home, it should be like, baby, I'm home. Y'all understand, sisters? Everybody understand? All right, no sweat. Go ahead.
Verse 24. He that getteth a wife beginneth a possession.
He that getteth a wife beginneth a possession. So, no, you're not my slave, but you do belong to me, though. You are mine, and mine only. And you do as I say. You follow the orders. You do what your husband say. Guess what? Like, you come to the school, you gonna follow like the brothers tell you to do something, you gonna follow their orders. Why? Because those are your husband's orders too. Your husband tell you when you go to that school, your brother, they need you to do something, get it done. And you do it. Why? You do it because you love your husband. Do you come to the school and follow the orders of the brothers because you love the brothers like that? I mean, you love the brother. Don't get me wrong. You love the brotherhood. We love you too. You know what I'm saying? But what I mean is you love the brothers a different way than you love your husband, correct? Sisters, I hope. I pray. You understand? Good night. But you love your brothers. But why do you come and be obedient like you do after school? Outside of loving the Lord, of course. Why? I don't know. So do you come to the school only because you love your brothers and do follow orders? Go ahead, sis. I'm confused. We need some clarity on this. I don't know what's going on.
Because we love the Lord also.
Well, I said outside of that. That's first and foremost, loving the Lord, loving the truth.
What was the question again?
Okay, so you follow your husband's orders. And let's say you come to the school, you follow the brothers. Like if I was to ask you to bring me some water, you're gonna do it, and you're gonna say, "Kind sir," and you're gonna get it done. Why though? Is it because you love me like you love your husband? No, that's right.
Because I love my husband.
Exactly. Because you love your husband, and you know that's what your husband wants you to do. That's damn sure what I want my wife to do. If the one y'all say, "Hey, Salaki says you bring me a water, or can you come serve, kind sir?" I want you to do that as my wife. You better do it, because that's what you know what you doing. That is a reflection of me. You understand? That shows them like, man, that brother. It's like you showing like I get all the praise. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm like that brother. I was having that real man. They be doing their thing. That's what I like to hear. When I come to the school and my brothers talk to me, I don't want to hear nothing else. I don't want to hear nothing different from that. Listen, my ribs is setting the standard. I'm not saying no other ribs, but y'all better do it. All of y'all should do it because you love your husband. But I know damn well I shouldn't get no bad reports from my wives, because I'd be damned if I'm busting my ass for this truth and sacrificing and enduring to the end, and my wife's not doing that, which is an extension of me, I'll be damned. You understand? I should never, Captain Yatazai should never come to me and say, hey, I actually real to do this. She kind of gave me the stink face. You know what I'm saying? I should never get that, ever. That's embarrassment. That is shaming your husband and the school. Like that, don't ever do that. That will make your husband seem weak. And you should never do that. Never do that. Always adorn yourself with that spirit that, like, if you feeling some type of way, you gotta have a long day of work. The brothers at the school or people should never know about it. You should never. And then when you get home in the comfort of your own home, you say, Salakia, sir, I'm going through it. I need some counsel. That's when you talk to your husband. You talk to him. That's what y'all are there for. We supposed to be here for each other. We're a team. You understand? It can't work. One person can't be on one page and another person be on another page. Precept. Y'all know the precept for that? Just say it, paraphrase it. Go ahead.
Like if I may, sir.
Two cannot walk together unless they be agreed.
Two can't walk together unless they be agreed. We got to be on the same page. Before we got a game plan, we got to huddle up before we go to the class, the school for a high holy day. Look, huddle up. Come here. Come on, all of y'all. Look, this is what we're going to do. So now, if they actually do that, you got to do that because I'm going to be doing this. I'll probably be somewhere else. I ain't going to know. You got to, like, that's how you got to do it. We're a team. You understand? It's teamwork. Because what you do, it reflects me. You understand? And how I am reflects how I am with y'all. So it's like everything is a joint thing. We need each other. All right. I wouldn't lie to you and say we don't need women. We need women. All right. It says, he that giveth the wife beginneth the possession. Go ahead. This is why we need women. Keep reading.
A help like unto himself.
Because you are my help. I need help. If I didn't need help, I wouldn't get no wives. Why would I get a wife if I didn't need help? I need help and kids. You know what I'm saying? But I need help. Right? That's the main reason of getting married. What is marriage? I'm asking young man, what is marriage? Young man in the back. I'm gonna see if you know it. Because you say you come to a couple classes, right?
Joining of two to become one.
Joining of two in what way? Say it again. I don't think the mic is working. I couldn't really, huh? Sex is marriage. You ain't got to worry about my kids know. Listen, they understand sex is marriage. I don't hide that from them. And they will know. You understand? And guess what? Sex is marriage. So with that being said, that's how you get kids. You have sex. Get kids. So that's the reason to get married, but also because you need help. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't feel like we don't need you. We do need you. If a brother tell you he don't need you, he lying. I'm just gonna keep it real. You need to take him to counseling if you need to. You know what I'm saying? Go to him first. But a brother, we need our wives, okay? We need that help because it's you become a possession and a help unto me. I need that. I can't do a million things at one time. I can't be everywhere. You understand? Like Carmen Sandiego. I can't be everywhere. I need help, right? And you're a help, but you also need to be what? Keep going.
And a pillar of rest.
And a pillar of rest. You understand? You are my rest. You are when I'm tired of this oppression. I'm tired of from slavery. I've been in camp. Everybody know in Houston, sometimes camp can be 10 hours long. You understand? Depending on how camp feel. Camp on one of them days, we out there for 10 hours straight. You understand? And probably 6 of them hours we on our feet. 6 or 7 of them hours. You understand? And guess what? We be tired. We be what the girls say, I'm MF tired. Feet killing us. Feet about to bust out the shoes. You understand? They so tired, they throbbing. So guess what? When we come home, we want you to be our pillar of rest. You understand? That's what you're supposed to be. You'll be our help. Take care of home. We on the battlefield. We doing the warfare. And y'all should be at home doing what y'all supposed to do, because it's a battlefield at home too. You understand? It's no different from being in active duty, but you're a nurse in active duty, and you got the people on the battlefield coming in wounded. You got to treat them right there, and in the midst of bullets and bombs dropping, you gotta tourniquet that and patch this up. It's bomb flying, you hear bullet, you still gotta do what you gotta do. In the midst of the battlefield, you gotta be that help unto those people. So be that to your husband in the midst of this war that we going on. You understand what I'm saying? It's gonna help him out. If he get wounded, you're gonna have to get the bullet out and stitch him up. With bullets flying past both of y'all heads. And if you die, you die. Guess what? You did it for the Lord. You understand what I'm saying? You will may you rise again. We'll be back. But while we here, we're gonna endure until the end. All right. So I'm gonna have to end it right there for time's sake. We got a lot more to go. So next week, Lord willing, we start on time. You know, the white man is the devil. And you understand, sometimes the broadcast and stuff be messed up, and you know, for time's sake, we get caught up, but no sweat. You understand what I'm saying? We will continue this next week. So with that, make sure you pay your tithes to the men of the Lord. Go to ISUPK.com, click the donation link. Go to ISUPK.com, click the donation link. You understand? Or you can Cash App. I think it's I.S.U.P.K tithes. Don't give me the line to you. I don't really know for sure, but you can always go on the website. You can find that out. If you have Android, I don't know if they have it on iOS yet, but you can definitely download West app on Android. You understand? You can pay your tithes through that. You understand? Make sure you pay your tithes. It's very important to give the Lord his 10% to the prophets, because with that, then you know the Commander General YAHANNA does wonderful things with those tithes. He leads this nation, and also you got to understand this is the storehouse. This is the Lord's storehouse. So you need to be giving your tithes and your 10% while you can. So when everything falls to shit, you understand, Commander General YAHANNA and the leaders of this nation, the generals, they can make sure we have the necessities that we need. Commander General YAHANNA goes and buy land. You understand? He goes and buy. He invested in animals. You know what I'm saying? Cattle. I don't think you got to turn it.
Yeah, just.
Oh, no sweat. He invested in animals and livestock, so that way we can have meat. We can have, you know, he's buying land for vegetables and all of these things. So when the Lord plays the rest of this place, because it is a scripture, I can't pull it offhand. If I had it, I would pull it. I believe we was in Genesis when the Lord had played every other place except for this one place where they can get food and stuff. And I believe Joseph and them. I can't remember offhand, but I'll probably have it for you next week. But everything was played except for this one place they can go get food, and that's what the Lord will do. He'll do it. He'll play. I just seen an article. I mean, on Facebook, a post where locusts has swarmed. Was it Africa and Asia? It just is a swarm of locusts. Guess what? That's famine. You know, so we were just talking about it's in Matthew where it says there's going to be pestilence and earthquakes and famine. Well, guess what? We got the pestilences here. The coronavirus is here. Ebola coming back. You understand? Coronavirus is spiking back up like high. I think Texas. They said Houston could be the worst city in the U.S. and we don't slow down. You understand what I'm saying? The Lord is doing that. So he must be unpleased with some residents in Houston. You understand? And guess what? So don't be that resident in Houston that the Lord is unpleased with. Make sure you do whatever you can to get it right. That's what we're doing in the I.S.U.P.K. We want this to be the safe haven. You understand? We don't want no corona. We don't want no corona in here. So if you're doing some crazy stuff, keep that out there. Don't even come to class. If you out here sinning and doing wickedness, don't bring it in here. We don't want no corona in here. Wives, you better be obeying your husbands outside of here, because that's a sin. Don't disobey your husband. Follow the law. Follow the law, statutes, and commandments. You understand? Don't bring no Rona in here. All right, brothers, you too. Don't be out here trying to be with no whores and then come in class saying, "Hey, Shalom, brother." No, we keep just stay outside. Just go ahead and be out there. Treat it as if you're unclean. Don't even come to class. You want to smoke weed? You don't. I wouldn't tell you don't come to class if you want to smoke weed, but if you're coming to class and you're still getting high after you've been here a few times, then that means you don't want to change. Because we clearly tell you that smoking weed is a sin, and you don't need to be doing it. You understand what I'm saying? So anybody, that go for anything. If you've been to class a few times, the transformation should already be taking place if you're serious. You understand about really changing your life. Why? Because of the fear of the Lord.
Right.
That's why we're here. That's why we change. That's why we're a new creature in Christ. You understand? So with that, I'm gonna pass the class over to Priest and Officer Ron for the security announcements.
We are the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge, started out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Room for new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They're here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which brother and sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment, out of the book of Numbers, chapter 18, verse 21, Malachi, chapter 3, verse 8 through 10, means tenth in the Hebrew. My Yahshua, 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you. Give to the Treasury Department or teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for priests, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocations is the memorial of the blowing of the trumpets, which is the first day of the 7th month, which is Thursday, September 17, 2020, out of the book of Leviticus, chapter 23, verse 24 through 25. If anyone wants to become a trooper in the school, to start wearing all black, boots, shirt, pants, headband, or scarf. And these are the security announcements.
All right, with that, Imajim, which means to stand. Sar, we're going to turn to face these. We're going to do the Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew first. All right. Abanaw. Shabbat Shemayim.
Shabbat Shemayim.
Kadash.
Kadash.
Ayah.
Ayah.
Shemka.
Shemka.
Yahau.
Yahau.
Malakoka.
Malakoka.
Taba'ah.
Taba'ah.
Ratazayaka.
Ratazayaka.
Ayah.
Ayah.
Asha.
Aisha.
Barataza.
Barataza.
Kawa.
Kawa.
Ayah.
Ayah.
Ashemayim.
Ashemayim.
Atalanawa.
Atalanawa.
Nakam.
Nakam.
Call.
Call.
Yawam.
Yawam.
Wasalaknoa.
Wasalaknoa.
Kawatnoa.
Kabawatnoa.
Kasalaknoa.
Kasalaknoa.
Kawatnoa.
Kabawatnoa.
Wala'ah.
Wala'ah.
Taba'aynoa.
Taba'aynoa.
On the side one.
On the side one.
Ball.
Ball.
Hawashaynoa.
Hawashaynoa.
Mayan.
Mayan.
Ra.
Ra.
Kaya.
Ayah.
Laka.
Laka.
Amalakwa.
Amalakwa.
Mahala.
Mahala.
Mahata Para.
Mahata Para.
La Awalamyam. Aman.
Aman.
In the English. Our Father.
Our Father.
Which art in heaven.
Which art in heaven.
Hallowed be thy name.
Hallowed be thy name.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Thy kingdom come.
Thy kingdom
Thy
come.
will be done.
Thy will be done.
In earth.
In earth.
As it is in heaven.
As it is in heaven.
Give us this day.
Give us this
Our
day
daily bread.
our daily bread.
Give us our debts.
Forgive us our debts.
We forgive our debtors.
We forgive our debtors.
Lead us not
Lead us not
into temptation.
into temptation.
But deliver us from evil.
But deliver us from
For
evil.
thine is the kingdom.
For thine is the kingdom.
And the power.
And the power.
And the glory.
And the glory.
Forever.
Forever.
So be it.
So be it.
So it means that we're going to face the brothers. We're going to give one courtesy salute to the brothers. Men of Israel. Mighty Shabbat. Majim. Barak.
Yahweh Hashem Yahushua Barakatah.
Yazamatah. Sar. We're going to turn and face the sisters. We're going to give one courtesy salute to the sisters. Men of Israel. Mighty Shabbat. Majim. Barak.
Yahweh Hashem Yahushua.
Yazamatah. Dismiss.
All right. Please hold our talk so we clear online.